developed a really high quality brand. Customers trust us, and we get to work on some of the most expensive cars in the world.
Another key differentiator for us is that we are car enthusiasts serving car enthusiasts.
If you think it's cool to have a Ferrari, this is way cooler. I guess that's what the girls are saying. You took a lot of cool ideas from some of the specs of these exotics and then brought them into the OGVs.
We have over 25 businesses today, and every one of them are founded on the same principles of always doing the right thing, just treating people the way you would want to be treated.
We are always trying to find you guys the coolest machines in the world, and today we're here at SweetCars in Fort Wayne, Indiana, the coolest exotic car and Sprinter van dealer in the Midwest. We've got some awesome OGV Sprinter vans to show you today. Also in this building is a car originally owned by Michael Jordan, another car owned by Rod Stewart. We've got a lot of really cool stuff to show you today, but I want to introduce you guys to someone really awesome, someone that's really been an awesome influence on myself and the industry. We found Chuck Surak, owner of SweetCars, and I heard it all started out of a Volkswagen van several years ago.
Oh yeah, that's how I started my original business. 1966 rusty VW van. These OGV vans today are a completely different thing.
Yes, sir. Now, just to give a little background of you, if folks don't already know you, what was your original business?
My original business was a music instrument business called Sweetwater Sound. We grew it from literally that rusty VW bus to the largest music store in the world. And we sell music instruments, and we have about 3,000 employees right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, a really awesome story. A lot of folks really appreciate everything you've done, you know, for Fort Wayne and the music industry. And how did you end up getting involved with these OGVs and SweetCars? When did SweetCars start?
SweetCars started about 15 years ago. I started it with a couple friends of mine. I just wanted to bring some of those 1, 2, 3-year-old cars that we didn't sell in Fort Wayne, higher end cars, fun cars. And buying a 1 or 2, 3-year-old car would take some of the depreciation out and be able to offer a great value to a customer with a great car. And so we brought in brands like Ferrari and Lamborghini and Porsche and some of the brands that weren't sold in Fort Wayne. And we did that for the last 15 years or so, and we were just looking for new opportunities, and I'd been seeing these OGV vans, and I just thought that would be so cool to start selling new vans at our place.
Yeah, you've got some really cool specs here. Your team has done an awesome job at speccing these, and this one behind us is really cool with the black and red. And we have a mutual friend, Dean Laux, who actually you put me behind the controls of a helicopter for the first time several years ago. And this kind of looks like that helicopter that we were flying around in about 6 or 7 years ago.
It does look a little bit that way. You know, I just like having nice products with really nice details, and just the quality is really important to me.
You have your hands in a lot of different products, and recently our good friend Dean got an Enstrom helicopter, and you recently bought Enstrom helicopters?
Yeah, about 4 years ago actually. I learned to fly an Enstrom helicopter about 20 years ago, and it's a great company, been around since 1956. And they had several owners through the years, including some pretty famous people like F. Lee Bailey and Dean Kamen, who invented the Segway and a bunch of other cool products. And then they were owned by the Chinese. And then the Chinese eventually bankrupted the company. So I bought them out of bankruptcy just a little over 4 years ago, and we're slowly bringing the company back. But it's an amazing helicopter that are used for touring and for private flight, but also a lot of militaries around the world use them.
I've had a couple chances to go up with Dean and his Enstrom recently, just an awesome machine. So really appreciate you putting me up in a helicopter for the first time several years ago. And you're mentioning celebrities. You've got some pretty cool celebrity cars in the house right now. Michael Jordan's Corvette is here getting detail. Now, one of the services they offer here at SweetCars is the detailing. How did that all come about?
We just really wanted to offer those kind of services. We've been very fortunate. We've developed a really high quality brand. Customers trust us, and we get to work on some of the most expensive cars in the world, but also everyday normal driver cars too. We can detail them, clean them up, and it's amazing. Sometimes they look better than brand new.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, and I'm curious, you know, what your core values are, you know, with Sweetwater and SweetCars. You know, everyone that I've talked to, every time your names come up, everyone has a lot of respect for you that has ever mentioned you. What are your core values to running a successful business like this?
Well, thank you for the kind words. You know, we have over 25 businesses today, and every one of them are founded on the same principles of always doing the right thing, just treating people the way you would want to be treated. And that's really, it's that simple.
Wow, I thought it had to be a little bit more complex, but really appreciate it.
Just do the right thing. It's really simple.
Well, and you know, I have to thank you, because when I had like no followers on YouTube, and you know, you took the time to fly me up in the helicopter. I mean, it's still a top life moment. So really appreciate you, you know, taking the time out of your day at that time to really, you know, do something special. And I've talked to your guys here who's had those same experiences. You've done a lot of really awesome, you know, left an impression on a lot of folks out there, and a lot of folks like myself really appreciate everything you've done.
Well, thank you, and I enjoy your videos. I watch every one that comes out. So a lot of kudos to you and your whole team.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Yeah. That's the highest compliment I can get, and you know, hearing stuff like that really makes it all worthwhile. Sure. Chuck, really appreciate the opportunity, and really appreciate your time, sir.
Awesome, thank you.
We're hanging out here with Alex Vorderman at SweetCars Indiana. How you doing today, sir?
Really good. How are you?
Excellent, thank you. I just got to the building here, and you have a lot of stuff to get excited about here. What all do you guys do here at SweetCars?
Obviously, we're a luxury and exotic dealer of independent used cars, but we also just recently became an OGV dealer at the beginning of this year. So we do detailing, service, PPF.
Yeah, and I'm a huge fan of OGV. You guys have some really cool specs in here, and you guys see some of the coolest cars in the world here. So you took a lot of cool ideas from some of the specs of these exotics and then brought them into the OGVs. This is the coolest fleet of OGV vans I've ever seen. Now, you guys also do a lot of stuff on Bring a Trailer as well?
Yeah, so we are a Bring a Trailer local partner. So we not only are doing new Sprinters, but we've got about 10 cars going through the process to get put on to Bring a Trailer pretty soon. So yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, we've got a lot of really cool stuff to see today, but there's one particular van that really caught my eye when we came in today, with the Mercedes emblems on the headrest here, and a newer, more updated style of stitching that we have not seen yet in any other OGVs.
We wanted to go all out with one of our vans, and this one was the one we picked. So we went with a Porsche night blue metallic paint. So it's a custom paint that you won't see on any other Sprinter. Partition wall, intercom system between the two, but the kind of unique stuff on this one, we matched the stitching and the piping to the outside. It's a stone gray interior. We did the comfort seat package, so you've got the power seats, the leg rest that pop up in the back, a full bar, refrigerator underneath the seat, and then of course, like Andrew mentioned, we did the Mercedes embroidery into the headrests. We'd really tried to keep this one like how we would build it if it was our own. We're car guys, we want it to be something that gets car guys excited, so instead of like black wheels like a lot of people would do with a custom one, we went with the polished silver to kind of be a little more classy, like how we would want to see a new Porsche. The stitching we did, OGV's custom V-stitch.
And now this is the V-Drive I see. I know there's also the V-Cruise, the V-Sport, the V-Tour, and you carry all of those here at SweetCars?
Yeah, we have every single one of those right now. We've got 2 V-Drives, 2 V-Sports, 2 V-Cruises, we've got 1 V-Tour. We've got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys different variations of all these different Sprinter vans. Now, does this van have a bathroom in it?
No, so the V-Drives, you're not gonna get a bathroom. You do get a lot of storage in the back, which is great. The V-Cruises are the ones you're gonna find. Of course, the V-Tour, you'll also get the bathroom, but the V-Drive is more of a party bus. It's a people hauler. This one specifically is a party bus.
If you want to go to a concert or a sporting event in style, there is nothing like taking one of these Sprinter vans, and we've been fortunate enough to roll around in some of these here lately, and it just is such a game changer. But I really like this wraparound configuration. A lot of the OGVs are going to be more of, you know, just all of the captain's chairs, but this is really cool if you want to, you know, snuggle up a little close to your honey here, and got a full bar set up here. Now, are these all like custom optioned, or can folks build these, or how does this work?
Yeah, so this is actually one of their normal platforms. We just took it and made it more custom with our specific embroidery. But the bar with the ice chest here, the glasses, it's all factory.
So if we fill this up with ice, will that drain out the bottom of the van?
Yep.
So that's gonna make life real easy, keep your beverages cold, and then you've got your cocktail glasses and your champagne flutes here for a little celebration. And then I see 2 TVs, one in the front and one in the back?
Yep, exactly. One larger one in the back wall, another one in the front right above the opening. JL Audio sound system. It's really wonderful. There's a little subwoofer underneath the seats, and it's incredible. Got another ice chest here. Slide drawer refrigerator that comes out underneath this seat if you have cans or any other enclosed beverages or food that you'd like to keep. And actually a third ice chest up front.
Oh, very cool. So your driver can keep their beverages cold as well?
Soda, of course.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Now, I see on the side of the seats here, this is that super high-end Mercedes-Benz controls with USB ports. I saw a few of the original OGVs, and I don't think they had this nice of a setup. What year is this van?
So this is a 2026. It has the comfort seat package, which was an upgrade. The switches match the factory Mercedes seat switches up front. You've got plug-in, you got charger, USB and USB-Cs, but you've got power backrest, power slide, and then the power footrests that pop up.
And are these heated seats?
Yes, heated and massaging.
Nice,
There's a
nice.
switch right behind that'll control the massage, whether you want it just on the bottom, seat back, or both, and of course the intensity of it, and then seat heat as well, a couple different levels of that.
Nice. Then if you want to get a work done, I like this. Just super simple slide out tray here. Little, you know, if you want to have a meal or put your laptop here.
We were at a car show recently, and I got there early because we had to catch up on some emails, and it was a couple day long show. So this was my seat, and the Wi-Fi hooked up, and I was just sitting here checking emails. It was probably the coolest way. I had some good music going in the background. It was one of the coolest ways to keep up on work.
Yeah, if you need a mobile office, this is a way to have a mobile office in style. And if we could swing the camera around to the front here, I've got 2 chairs up front here. I like the LED lighting in the cup holders. And then we've got this Garmin tablet here. What all systems are controlled from this Garmin tablet?
Yeah, first off, I really love it. You've got the stationary one built in the back wall. You've got one removable one here and another one up front that's removable. But this is probably the biggest difference that I love over some of the competition. It's simple, not only the fact that it's wireless and removable, but it's very easy to control. Some of the other systems can be a little more cumbersome. You can control your climate, you can see all your power levels, the lights, of course you can change the colors.
I believe that was new for 2026. And, you know, as cool as that touch panel is, one thing I really appreciate that OGV does is they do the normal analog light switches. Some of the other Sprinter vans out there, when you get into them, you flip on the batteries and then you've got to go to the tablet to turn the lights on. I don't have a lot of patience. I just want to press one button, fire it up. And I had a chance to visit the OGV factory and really learn a lot at how they're built. And I really appreciate their philosophy. Now, OGV is a newer company, but Tim Gray that founded OGV, you know, founded one of the largest Sprinter van conversion companies, you know, decades ago. So they have decades of wisdom in building these vans, and then, you know, brought all of that into a new company, kind of a fresh look, and, you know, just really an awesome package. I truly believe this is the best overall value on the market right now. If you're looking for one of these Sprinters, you could shop around, I challenge you, but, you know, not only price-wise, it's at the right price point, but these are, I mean, the options they're doing, they're thinking of all kinds of cool stuff. And, you know, Jason Sullivan over at OGV is just a class act, and he's been playing with these vans for decades, and he really understands what the users want on a deep level. And it's really cool to, you know, learn from those guys, all of the cool creature comforts. So.
Right, and so our specific sales rep, his name is Jim Brown. He's been in the industry for decades. He actually, his claim to fame was that he imported the very first 2 Mercedes Sprinter vans into the United States. So these guys have been around longer than anybody in the business.
Yeah, no doubt. And we've got a bunch of cool vans to show you guys today, but what's the MSRP on this van?
This is one of the higher ones that we spec'd out. It is the highest one we spec'd out. MSRP is right around $273. We have it listed at SweetCars price of $218,995, and we're including our SunTech paint protection film that's already pre-installed on this. It's about a $3,000 option, and we found that most people with these Sprinter vans, they like to have it installed already, so we're just making it easier for them. And it's not another added charge afterwards.
Yeah, you don't want to have a bunch of stone chips on that beautiful front end, especially this metallic color. It's about a $20,000 option for this Porsche blue color.
Yeah, 19 and some change. Porsche Night Blue Metallic. It's one of our favorites. It's classy. Even if you didn't know it was a Porsche color, it's still a beautiful color. If you're a car guy and just like to be able to say you have a Sprinter with a one of one Porsche color, it's a great option.
Yeah, this is a really cool machine for someone looking, you know, in this price point. But I think we've got some other vans to show the folks.
Yeah.
Can we look around a little bit?
Absolutely.
We're with Michael Barney here, general manager at SweetCars, and you guys have a really special operation going on here. And what all do you guys do here at SweetCars?
We've been in business for 15 years. We do Highline auto sales, Highline detailing, and automotive service and maintenance for all makes and models, including the exotics. And then, of course, newly added the OGV line.
And how long you been with SweetCars?
I've been with SweetCars since December of 2011.
Wow, so you've been at it for quite a while now.
Yep, I have. I started here as a part-time porter when I was in business school. Some days I took out the trash, sometimes I was washing cars and doing whatever needed done, and worked my way up. I became a detailer, one of our first full-time detailers when we first implemented ceramic coatings, which I'm sure you can remember when that kind of came on the scene. Moved into sales and been general manager since 2017 after I got my business degree. So,
yeah, it's really an impressive organization here, and we got to talk with Chuck Surak, the owner, a little bit earlier. But you know, what is it about SweetCars here? You guys have just something special going on here. What differentiates you from other, you know, exotic car dealers out there?
Yeah, so you know, there's a lot of dealerships across the country that do what we do. There aren't many in our area that do what we do. Right here in Fort Wayne, we're the only dealership like this around. So the idea was to bring something to Fort Wayne that Fort Wayne had never seen before, while also providing top-level customer service, providing a quality product. And another key differentiator for us is that we are car enthusiasts serving car enthusiasts. So pretty much everybody on our team has automotive interests outside of SweetCars. You know, we have guys on our team that are Corvette enthusiasts. I myself am a vintage microcar enthusiast, but we all have an appreciation for cars, and if we weren't playing with cars every day at work, we'd be out playing with cars, you know, as a hobby, you know, and we're all doing that on the weekends. So we support the automotive community here in Fort Wayne. We sponsor a lot of events and put on a lot of car-related events. So we're just trying to do things the right way, do business do the right thing, provide a quality product, provide quality services.
Now here's a V-Sport, and this is on the shorter Mercedes Sprinter chassis. I believe this is the 144-inch wheelbase here. What's the story with this van?
The V-Sport is a great people hauler. This one is the 9RB4, so you've got seating for 9. It's got a rear bench that folds down into a lounge bed if you need to lay down. This is high-tech silver, one of my favorite classic colors. We did the upgraded 18-inch wheels, Michelin tires on this one. So this one, I mean, as far as ride quality goes, the 144-inch is very nice. It's very smooth, it's easy, especially when you have Michelin tires on it. It just makes it as quiet as can be on the road.
I know a lot of the soccer moms out there are, you know, really, these are kind of cooler than the Escalades nowadays.
They really are, and they ride just as well. We optioned this one out really neat. It's obviously, it's more simple, there's more storage, it hauls more people than most of them, even with the shorter wheelbase, but we're optioning every single one of these with the Starlink prep kit, so you can easily hook up your Starlink. It's already wired up for it. But this one specifically has the tailgate package, which includes an HDMI setup outside, or outlets on the outside. So you've got 6 captains. They're all heated and massaging. They all swivel, so if you want to swivel this front row backwards to have more place to kick your feet up.
Can you show us how that's done?
So on these swivel seats, there's just a little lever right here. Twist it back. Swivels around, and of course you can then slide it back and have a place to kick up your feet. Every single captain seat has heat and massage. I love, by the way, you mentioned the hard buttons on the last one, the physical buttons and knobs. I love this. When you have controls for every feature, sometimes it gets a little cumbersome. That's what I love about OGV, is there's a button for everything that's necessary. Everything you're using out often has an actual button. So you've got a knob for heated seats. This one's got the, it's called Road Comfort. It's not just your typical automotive, the lumbar that rolls. This is like a true massage seat. That's really great. It's vibrating on you can do bottom, top, you can change the way it cycles through. It's a really luxury feature.
What's the MSRP on this van?
This one's right around $209. We've got it listed at our SweetCars price of $167,995, including, once again, that $3,000 pack, $3,200 package of paint protection film already installed.
And do you guys offer financing if folks want to get a loan on something like this?
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of an interesting piece of information I recently learned. If it has a bathroom, you can finance up to 20 years. If it's more like this, more typical automotive loans, but up to 84 months is what we're seeing.
Yeah, you got any vans with a bathroom around here?
We sure do. Let's go check them out.
Yeah, sounds good. Now, we've got a bunch of these cool Sprinter vans down here, but I'm getting fired up about some of these cars in here. Can we show them real quick this original? We're going to show you guys some more Sprinters, but so this car was originally owned by Michael Jordan?
Correct, yeah. It's a C4 ZR1. Very rarely do you see a ZR1. This one's here to get prepped to go into a museum. We actually had another one of Michael Jordan's C4s as well, the more burgundy color. If you've seen some of the more famous photos of him stepping out, that's probably the one we've had. So now both of them here.
Now, it's not for sale though?
Correct. Yeah, we're like I said, this one's just getting prepped to go into a museum. So our detailers are going to town on it, making sure it's absolutely perfect inside and out.
Keep an eye on these guys. Bring a trailer account because they got some really cool stuff coming and going here. And we're going to show you guys the detail department a little later. But what do you got for the folks out there that are looking for that Sprinter van? Maybe want to get that 20-year loan, want to get something with a bathroom. What do you got with a bathroom in the OGV lineup?
Yeah, so the V Cruise is what you're going to want if you do want a bathroom, unless you want more of the RV style. But the V Cruise is great. We have two of them right now. We've got a short wheelbase 144-inch and a long wheelbase.
Yeah, let's take a look at the longer wheelbase here. I really like the white exterior with the black interior with the white stitching, kind of the panda colors here. This is a really good looking van. Now, will these seats swivel around the way we saw in the V Sport there?
Yep, exactly. But on these, you've got the front factory swivel seats. These also swivel. The third row captains do not, but they have the power leg rests.
Yeah, and then when we come back here behind the third row captains, this is my favorite part about these vans. I've used a lot of these, and if you're coming home from a concert or you're coming home from the airport, I've gotten picked up on red-eye flights and just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. It's super simple. Where some of the other competitors' product, you got to press a button, rely on a motor. When I don't want to think about it, I just want to come back here, fold this down. It's super easy. Could fold this down and boom, we've got a bed back here. And with this foam, they're actually surprisingly really comfortable. Have you caught any naps back here at all?
Not naps, but I have tried it. I mean, obviously you want to tuck the seat belts underneath and everything, but it really is I mean, just like you said, for an easy, quick place to lay down and sleep, it's really very comfortable.
Yeah, and I've been fortunate enough to have a few of these Sprinter vans, and I'll tell you, the most time I got napping on this was when I had people at my house, like maybe the cleaning lady was there or something, and I just needed a quiet place to get away from everything. I'd come out here to the van, fire up the AC. I've taken some really good naps in the back of these OGs, and you got USB ports back here. Again, those underlit cup holders, and then again, those analog switches for your lights and your accent lights. Just super easy to use.
Yep, of course you've got the hardwired screen back there and the removable wireless screens, but again, having those buttons built in, that's probably one of my favorite features about OGVs.
Yes, sir. And then we have a TV here in the door as well.
Yep, exactly. So these seats swivel, of course. So if you're up front facing backwards, it is still nice to have this. And of course, when you have passengers in the back on the benches, it is still nice. You can have them play something separate, have something played the same. Got Apple TV all built in. All of them are going to come standard, at least for 2026, with wireless cell router. We have been optioning every single one just because so many of our clientele use Starlink with the Starlink prep kit, which already has a pre-wired, so all you need to do is hook up your Starlink unit.
Nice, and I think that's kind of almost a no-brainer nowadays. Everybody's, getting Starlink. You want to have really good internet when you're out traveling and something like this, and you want to have the kids be able to use all their devices and watch movies and then everything. If you want to keep your kids happy on vacation, this is the way to do it. Forget the airlines and battling TSA. We had flight delays yesterday. We thought we were going to have to Uber from Chicago here. Luckily, we made it, but flying can get a little stressful. If you want to take the stress out of travel, this is the way to do it.
So one of our clients that we recently sold one to is this same platform, the 10OB. It was a V Cruise. Tim, his wife, they have 4 kids. They bought it right before spring break. You can imagine how much flights would be to go down to Florida and back to Indiana with 6 people. It does make it very easy when you have financing. This one has the bathroom in the back, so he financed it a little bit longer. He's renting it out, so you don't have to be this incredibly wealthy person to own one of these. I think he's making money on a monthly basis now at this point because he financed it. He's making payments. The amount of income from renting it out is actually more than what his payment is. Plus, whenever he wants to go on family road trips, they've got this in concerts with friends. They have a really great vehicle to travel in.
Oh, it's the best. And talking about keeping the kids happy while you're going down the road, having that bathroom and not having to stop, I can imagine how much time someone would save with 4 kids on a road trip. You might have to stop to dump your black tank at some point, but now, do you know how big the black tank is on this?
Yeah, it's 32 gallons. So, I mean, you should be able to go on a road trip down to Florida with your kids without having to stop for that.
That's a lot of beverages, but there is some overhead storage in this. It's a little bit narrow up here, but man, that's super high quality. That's like aircraft style cabinetry, and You know, it's amazing how refined from floor to ceiling, every little square inch of these is detailed out.
Yep, the soft close cabinets are really nice. They stay tight, and you don't have any rattles like you do in some of the other brands when you're driving down the road. That's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah, and that's something I really noticed when I was using a different brand Sprinter van, and then I had the opportunity to use some OGVs. I prefer the manual shades. Again, like I was saying, pressing a button, it's much easier to just put those up and down rather than press a button and rely on a tablet to fire up and then all your shades go up. But I also noticed these are a lot less likely to rattle. The other power shades seem to rattle a lot more. So just another, it's kind of muted down, and that's all stuff that'll break. It's great when you press the button and everything's working, but when it's not working and you're trying to take a nap in here and trying to put your shades down, but it won't work, that can get a little bit frustrating. So I appreciate the way OGV builds these. Now, I want to take a look at the back of the van here. I'm going to have to fold up the bed. So you do have to fold up at least half of your bed to get to the rear bathroom here. You can still kind of shimmy through with one of them down, but we'll put both of them back up here. We've got the bathroom with the kitchenette back here. I like this is a really popular configuration. I know some people don't like to have their toilet in the same area as their microwave and your refrigerator. I don't think it's a big deal. You've got a sink back here. You can wash your hands after you use the restroom. And then if you need to pop something in the microwave, you can option it to have that pushed forward and more storage back here if you'd like.
Yeah, so you can have one with the wardrobe, storage, luggage area back here with the kitchenette out front. Obviously you lose a couple seats with that, but yeah, I could see it both ways. Some people don't like to have this where same room as the bathroom, but when you're using the microwave the same time you're using the restroom, it's very obviously not.
Yeah. Well, and then and it's not like you're cooking a whole meal back here. You're popping something in the microwave real quick. It's not that, this stays clean back here. Your toilet's all closed off. So
yeah, and it gives this area much more clean space. A lot more open area and space and seating, of course. I prefer this layout. This is one of my favorite layouts, actually, the 10OB.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know OGV is always thinking of cool little options. So if you don't like having your toilet here, close to your kitchen area, you can actually get this little cover here. It just slides right into place. You would never know that toilet was below. It's all sealed off there. If you have luggage or just for whatever reason, a super simple, well thought out option there. And I like to show everybody here too, like when we open this up, I've seen in some of these OGVs, just how clean all of the wiring is here. You got your JL audio module there, your Garmin modules. And then up there, that's the Xantrax system. Again, just super clean wiring the way they put that all together. And that's a 2,000 watt Xantrax inverter. Can you run the AC off of just the inverter in this? On the
270, the standard package, no. It's all engine driven, the 12 volt. If you bump up to the 540, they call it the 540 Anywhere package. Adds an extra lithium battery, the rooftop AC. That's where you can run the air conditioning without the engine running. Those also come with the diesel auxiliary heater, and I think it bumps up to a 3,000 watt inverter as well.
Now, what's the MSRP on this van?
Yeah, the MSRP on this one's $228, and our SweetCars price is $182,995.
And then getting that 20-year financing because it has the bathroom, it's amazing at how low some of the payments can be, super affordable. So.
Yeah, while we're back here, one of my favorite features, we're car people here, we go to a lot of track events. One of the best things about these Sprinter vans is you can tow a trailer with a race car on the back. I've grown up in Sprinter world with my family, and I've lost track of how many times I've used a Sprinter as a home base. So being able to tow a little aluminum trailer with a nice car on the back makes it easy just to have a home base, air conditioning, just a place to just be quiet in between sessions. It's amazing.
Oh, whether you're at the racetrack, at Little League games, I've heard people that have these. Once you have it and you're able to experience it, there's just nothing like it. And I recently saw like an influencer down in Miami saying to the young bachelors, he's like, if you think it's cool to have a Ferrari, this is way cooler. I guess that's what the girls are saying. So I wouldn't know anything about that.
I have said numerous times, and I don't know if people believe me or not, but it is true. I would much rather spend $200,000 on a Sprinter van that you can use a lot more often than a $200,000 Ferrari.
Well, but if you do want that Ferrari, they've got options for you here at SweetCars Indiana. This is a 488 here?
Yes, this is a 488 GTB. This is a 2016 488 GTB. That's a new inventory arrival. 2016 with 12,000 miles. That car, we sourced it from a local customer of ours. He's a car collector, and We try to get the absolute best examples that we can get for our inventory, whether that's the OGV, whether that's a used Ferrari, a used Porsche, and then we go through them with a fine-tooth comb. Like, we sell these cars all over the country, and we want the customer from California to get it with no surprises, even if they buy it sight unseen. So we try to buy the best examples up front, and then we put them through the ringer. If the car needs tires, if the car needs a service, if there's something not working on it, we will make it right. We want to, you know, this is a good example, this car right here. So this is a 2009 Porsche 911 Turbo convertible.
Super rare, Cabriolet Turbo.
Yep, and with turbo with factory option carbon ceramic brakes. This car came to us, again, similar to the Ferrari, from a local customer. We bought it direct from the customer. And I think in most dealers' eyes, this car probably didn't need anything, but we did all of the preventative maintenance services. The tires were date coded with an old date code, and they really weren't dry rotted or anything. Again, most dealerships probably wouldn't have replaced the tires because that would mean less margin, of course, right? But again, we want them to be right. We want our customers to get the best cars. So this car got fresh service, fresh tires. This particular one is going to go on Bring a Trailer because we are a Bring a Trailer local partner, but we do that same process for every car, whether it's getting listed on our website, going on Bring a Trailer, whatever the course may be. So.
Yeah, you guys have some really cool stuff go through Bring a Trailer. Now, do you have a price on it? Is there like a buy it now price if someone wanted to buy it, or on the Ferrari?
So for the cars that are going on Bring a Trailer, of course, you know, if someone came along and they were interested in it, you know, we could try to work a deal before it goes live on Bring a Trailer. If a car goes live on Bring a Trailer, it typically has a reserve, and if it meets the reserve, it's going to a new home. The Ferrari, that's a new arrival. I believe we priced that one at around 280,000, somewhere around there. We have cars in every price level. You know, what we try to focus on are enthusiast cars, highline cars. So you'll see stuff like this Ferrari, but if you look out front, we have a John Cooper Works Mini, right? Or we have a couple of Corvettes. You know, we have Porsches from this is around 100,000 to we have a 2025 GT3 in the showroom that's, you know, over 300,000. So again, we're not necessarily focused on a specific price point for the cars we sell. We're just focused on quality, enthusiast-oriented cars.
And then coming back, you got another V Sport. Is this like the selenite gray, or what color?
Yeah, this one's selenite gray. It's the 170-inch wheelbase. This one is the 11RB7. So you've got seating for 11 with 8 captain's chairs, all of them heated and massaging, and then the rear bench that folds down for 3 in the back.
Yeah, really nice combination here with the gray leather with the black stitching, complements the exterior, and then these seats will spin around as well.
Correct, yep.
And you know, the 144, the seats were a little bit closer together when they spun around. When we spin this captain's chair around here, I did notice that there's a little bit more room in between these chairs in the 170-inch wheelbase versus the 144 is just a little bit tighter.
Personally, one of the nicer things that I feel like about this setup is, I mean, 11, it's pretty rare you're gonna have 11 people to take along with you. I mean, maybe not, but for me personally, what I would do, these seats do come out really easily. You have a little base down, flush mounted at the bottom, so you could take this out and have all this area or even one of those others out and make it very easy to have some more storage, more place to move around.
Yeah, I have some friends that had German Shepherd protection dogs. They remove the seats and then their German Shepherds could be right there. And they, you know, they preferred this over, you know, traveling. You know, you could fly private, but if you're bringing your dog, sometimes the dogs don't like, you know, the private jets as much. So right. I know a lot of folks really appreciate these.
So this is one of the few V Sports we've seen that has one cool feature that most don't. I'll show you real quick. So back underneath this rear bench, flip this up, and we've got the same slide drawer refrigerator that we saw in the V Drive, the blue one, underneath the front seat. So at least you've got a people hauler, but you've also got a nice place to keep your beverages and food cool.
And you've got a massive storage area back here, so probably put 8 golf bags standing up if you had a couple foursomes, and then you got those cold beverages in there for the boys. But yeah, really versatile space here.
Yeah, and if one of the boys has a few too many, that bench does fold down into a bed.
Oh, nice.
Really nice, very convenient.
I also noticed this here. I believe this is like a hanger here. If you've got some clothes here and you're traveling and you've got some suits or, you know, nice stuff you need to hang, you've got that
Your
option.
green jackets, they can hang right
exactly. If you're heading to the Masters. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we show how that, how does that fold down? Yeah.
So again, one of my favorite things with OGV, the hard switches. Right here, right next to right where you'd want it to be, is the switch to fold this down.
So that does have a motorized bed there, but you don't have to go through a tablet.
Correct. Yep. Having the hard key on these. Now these bigger ones, I am a big advocate of the manual shades. A lot of manual things is long term much better in my opinion for rattles, for reliability. These have been really great, reliable. It is a big bench. I do think that this you do still want the power.
Yeah, then you got, you know, the JL audio speakers here. These all have like really good sound systems. Every one I've been in, they have subwoofers in every one of them.
Yeah, this one's mounted right down here. It's tucked away, out of the way, mostly out of sight. It really is. I believe these are C6s. It's an incredible sound system in here.
Yeah, and you know, all the details OGV does. Even, you know, in this van, you've got the double diamond stitching here on the rear doors. You've got shades here on the rear doors. You know, that's something I've seen some of the other product where they don't have these back doors fully upholstered, and some stuff with even a higher price point, they've got these kind of goofy like window magnets that are really awkward. And when you're driving home from a concert and you're trying to use the restroom in one of those, and these are really nice to have. So.
Absolutely. And there's some more storage up top too, which is really lovely on this one. It's a very versatile van.
Yeah, so 11 passenger V Sport. I see an MSRP of $214,364. And what's the sweet price on this?
We've got this one listed at $171,995, and of course this one's already got the paint protection film down on the bottom here, and the grille, the hood, A-pillars. Basically the whole front end of this is covered in paint protection film.
Yeah, I see cool Aston Martin back there.
Yeah.
Is that available?
That one is, yep.
What's the story with that?
That one is a 2025 Aston Martin Vanquish with 3,000 miles. It's a very high spec car. This one's listed for $430,000.
Wow, beautiful car.
Yeah, high spec car. This one also was from a local owner. We source cars from all over the country. We happen to have found a couple that came from local owners, but we're scouring the country to find them. But yeah, full car PPF. I mean, 100% ready to go for the next owner.
Yeah, and these are all on your website, SweetCars.com.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, now going back here, we saw a couple celebrity cars back there.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's Corvette ZR1. Some of these are in for detail, or?
Yeah, so these are a mixture. Vast majority of these cars down here are customer-owned cars.
How about the blue Lamborghini? Is that available?
It's not available right now, but that one was originally owned by Rod Stewart. It's now owned by a local owner. It is in for service. So yeah, the cars down here are a mixture of cars that are in for service or detailing. They're either, you know, finished being serviced or detailing, or they're waiting to get done. And then some of them are new inventory arrivals going through whatever process.
Now this is something I get really fired up about, a two-door GMC Yukon. I mean, super clean.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't make these anymore. I think, you know, the two-door, this is just such a cool car.
Yeah, these have really got quite the following. You know, I'm a millennial. Like, we grew up with stuff like this.
Oh,
around.
yeah.
And so there's kind of a new generation of collector car enthusiasts who are going after stuff like this rather than maybe like a Model T, right, or a Model A. This is going on Bring a Trailer as well. It's going to go through a reconditioning process to get it as good as we can make it, and then it'll eventually get submitted and go live on Bring a Trailer.
Yeah, two-door Yukon. I think it's about 94,000 miles on it, and they just don't build them like they used to. This is something really cool. When I was 16 years old, if you had one of these, I mean, this is what the cool kids were rolling in.
Something like this is just super nostalgic for guys our age, and it's truthfully, I hope to see Chevrolet build something like this in the future. Don't know if they will, but I think something like this would go over well if they could make a modern version of this.
Well, I like sitting up higher, but then not having as long of a wheelbase, so it's like really easy to park in a normal parking spot. You don't always have to back in like a pickup truck, but then you're still sitting up higher. But you know, the Jeep Wranglers are a little bit, you know, this is still a little more bulkier, stout, so super cool.
Yeah, I had my first car was a '98 Blazer, like the S10 Blazer.
Yeah.
It was a Blazer ZR2, black. I mean, I would love to find one. If anybody out there has a very clean black ZR2 Blazer, look me up.
You never know. We're looking for the low miles stuff.
We want the low miles, super clean black ZR2 Blazer.
And I got to brag a little bit about a car I just bought. An old work truck I just found out in Florida, a '94 Chevy Cheyenne flatbed,
Nice.
single cab manual transmission with only 13,000 original miles.
That's killer.
I was not planning on buying a truck, but I found a crazy deal on it, and I'm gonna have to put a bunch of money into it, but I just bought that last week.
You know,
so.
sometimes the cars find you. You
Yes,
don't have
sir.
to be looking for the car.
Yeah, matte black.
This is a 458 Italia, so this is the last of the naturally aspirated Ferraris. This one's not ours, this one's in for service, but yeah, this has a full car PPF matte wrap. We can service anything from that Tahoe, or Yukon, sorry, and up to stuff like this Ferrari.
Now, do you guys take in trades here? I know you can help with financing, but do you take in trades also?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have one used Sprinter right now.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that in a moment here, but here's another one. If you're looking for that shorter 144 wheelbase, I mean, this can fit in a small parking spot, but this is gonna be the V-Cruise with a bathroom also, so it's gonna qualify for the longer financing terms. But what's the story with this OGV?
Yeah, so this one actually was the first, maybe still the only of its floor plan to roll off their factory line. It's a short wheelbase, all-wheel drive. It is, of course, the V-Cruise. They call it the 6DBA. So you've got 6 seats, driver's bench, so 4 captains. These have the power leg rests, those swivel. They're all heated and massaging. It is a smaller folding bench, great if you have a dog or pet that wants a place to lay down. The passenger side behind the captain has the kitchenette, microwave, sink, refrigerator, which allows you to have more storage in the bathroom.
Yeah, I really like the black on black diamond stitching, really gives it a good look in there, and with the white exterior, really nice contrast. This is gonna have the TV towards the front and then also another TV on that back door here. And I've got to compliment just how crisp this screen is here. You know, even on the door, you've got your TV there. Can both of those be on different, like different movies or watch different things at the same time, or how does that work?
You can have them linked together. You can have them play something separate. One thing that I noticed back there on that door that I really appreciate is they're very solid.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They don't rattle around when you're driving. They close really nicely. Again, rattles is one of those things that a lot of people hate and can't stand. This is going to be one of the more quieter brands out there.
Well, and most of the folks that are buying these vans, they have a very high level of expectations. You know, to get to this level where you're riding around in one of these, you've probably, you know, gotten accustomed to the finer things in life, and rattles is the last thing you want. So
exactly, I would agree. This is a great setup. It's got the gloss black finish, all black interior with black stitching. It's very simple, very classy. You'll have your sink and your refrigerator and microwave out here.
And the folks that don't want to have this in the restroom, this is totally separate from the restroom. You've got some good countertop space and good storage. Again, that touch panel, but then when we come back here to the rear, that frees up space for this really large closet. You know, you can hang your coats. You've got storage above there. Really, you know, versatile space here.
That one does come out too, so if you need something taller.
So you could put, if you took that out, you could probably put some golf clubs in there if you needed. And then, of course, you've got your head. That'll come in handy. And even a little, you know, storage compartment up here. And there's a vent here with the fan just to keep fresh air in here. What's the towing capacity on this?
They're rated at 5,000 pounds. They do that with ease.
And what's the MSRP on this?
Our MSRP on this one's $248.75, but our asking price at SweetCars here is $192,995, and that, of course, again, includes paint protection film, which just by rubbing your hand over it, you can feel the difference from paint protection film to non.
Yeah, and really cool look with the black wheels too. I like the light and dark contrast. Was that an option to have the black wheels?
Yeah, again, 18-inch wheels, similar to the other V-Sport we have. Since it's not a dually chassis, it is a lot easier to get these with the 18-inch black wheels. Again, Michelin tires. We also spec'd this one with the Starling prep, of course, and heated and massaging seats.
We didn't even make it to the other showroom before we found this. What is the story with this old pickup truck?
This was a neat project to be involved in. This was bought by a really great customer of ours as a surprise for his dad. So his dad had a truck very similar to this back when he was young, and you know, they started a family business. They're a home builder here in town, and he wanted to surprise his dad with a really nicely restored red pickup truck with a wood bed. So I went out and found this, sourced this one for him, and helped him surprise his dad with it. It was an emotional unveil. It's a really, really great example. Has a Chevrolet V8 in it. It's very drivable.
Man, super clean. You guys sell wheels too? I see a bunch of wheels.
We do. We can do wheels and tires for any make and model, including carbon fiber wheels.
Yeah.
Yep, and we offer wheel and tire storage.
Those off a, if you're looking for, are those off a Corvette?
Those are Z06 carbon fiber wheels. Yep.
If you're looking for a set of Z06 carbon fiber wheels, they got a lot of cool stuff here. But yeah, that's a beautiful old truck there. But let's check out your detail department.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yep, that's in the other building. Let's go check it out.
Did I read this right? Only 444 miles on this Huracan?
Yeah. This is I think probably the lowest mile Huracan that we've had. This is a Huracan Technica with just under 500 miles on it. Bought this out of Utah, I think it was, directly from the guy that bought it new from Lamborghini. It's a really high spec car, factory carbon fiber hood.
That's real carbon fiber. That's not a wrap.
Yep. No, that's real carbon fiber. That's a factory Lamborghini option. Has the two-tone black and blue interior, really sharp.
Yeah, V10 car with all the cool creature comforts. How much money does someone need to be the next owner of this?
This one's listed for $350,000.
Nice. Yeah, super rare to find that low mile of a Huracan. Now, I know we've got a lot of Corvette enthusiasts on the channel. This is a really nice spec Z06 C8. What's the story with this car?
This is a killer one. This is a really good spec. This is a 2023, so it's the first year for the C8 Z06, and it has pretty much every option except for that Z07 package. In 2023, that was a pretty heavily constrained package, but carbon ceramic brakes, carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber mirror caps, the two-tone adrenaline red and black interior. It's a very high spec one. This is a 2023 with 6,000 miles.
And what's the money on this car?
This one's listed for $113,000.
Absolutely immaculate. Your guys' detail department has every one of these cars glowing. I really appreciate the extra steps you guys are taking.
Yeah, you know what it takes to get them there.
Well, I've spent a lot of time detailing cars, and they don't just look like this by accident.
No, we have a great crew of detailers. They're very high skilled. We use the best products we can to keep these cars standing tall while they're here.
Yeah, and you've got a really cool van over here. I believe this one is already spoken for.
Correct.
But just another cool variation that we get to show the folks today of all of the different customizations that we can do with OGVs. And if someone wanted to custom order a van like the way this one does, you guys can custom order here as well?
We'd love to. Yeah, right now they're on about a 12-week turnaround time from a very fresh order. I personally love doing custom orders. It obviously takes a little more time, but in my opinion, it's worth it. It makes it more fun and the whole experience is more enjoyable.
Well, this has that more updated style stitching like we saw.
So this one is a 10OB just like the white one, but more features similar to the higher end blue one.
Yeah, and how many different variations of stitching, if folks do want to custom order them, and colors are they able to do?
Honestly, I don't even know the full number, but I know because they have their own embroidery shop, there's not much limitations to what they can do. Obviously in our blue one over here, you saw the Mercedes embroidery and the headdress. I believe we were the first to do something like that with them, and it turned out great.
Does this ceiling change colors also?
Yeah, yep. The only ones that don't are going to be the V Sports.
Yeah, really cool spec. And then I see here Anywhere lithium package. What is that all about?
This specific van has the mid option, so they all come with a 270 amp hour battery, lithium. This one has the 540 package, 540 anywhere package. It includes an extra battery, so you got 540 amp hours, the auxiliary rooftop air conditioning.
And that's the GREE AC unit, which compared to some of the other AC units out there, this is the more favorable one. It's a little bit quieter than some of the other rooftop ACs.
It is very quiet.
I shouldn't say a little bit, it's tremendously quieter.
Right. It's when you're inside, you barely hear. When you have the fan on the low setting, it's almost impossible to even tell that it's on. It's really, really impressive. But you also, so air conditioning you can run when the engine's off. Diesel auxiliary heater, you've got an extra 1,000 watts, so 3,000 watt inverter. That's a really great package if you want to be able to run air conditioning when the engine's not running.
Yeah, those lithium systems are awesome. And you guys do a lot of SunTech PPF here?
We do, yeah. PPF is a huge part of our business. Everything from partial front clips to full cars and exotics. We've done a bunch of exotics, Corvettes, Ford GTs, and then tons of daily drivers. A lot of trucks, a lot of SUVs, but yeah, PPF is a huge part of our business.
Yeah, if you're in the Midwest and you want someone that knows how to do PPF the right way, these are your guys for sure. So
yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
So this is a freshly renovated space. This space previously was our service and our detail department. So on this side was our service department, on this side was detailing, And then when we bought that back building where we saw the OGVs, we remodeled that, and that gave us the space within this building to expand both of our service and detail departments into their own space. So a year and a half ago, this space looked nothing like this. This room is brand new. It's an enclosed space where we do paint protection film installations. So you can see there, brand new Z06 getting a full car film application.
And I've got to just let folks know out there, I come from the detail world. So, you know, if they're spraying different types of chemicals in here, you know, and that blows in the air and gets under the paint protection film, it could mess up the whole process.
It can ruin it. Yeah.
Having that isolated area, not a lot of folks are taking the extra time to have that isolated area and do it the right way, but that's really what it takes.
And not only is it closed off, it has its own independent HVAC system, it's filtered air. It's,
wow.
It's a clean room, you know, that's why I'm not opening the door right now. It's very dedicated space for very specialized work.
Yeah, you guys do not cut any corners around here. Maybe we can get a close-up of this gentleman working here. I mean, just look at the precision. He does not know he's being filmed right now, but I mean, he is absolutely going deep on every little square inch of that car there.
And one of the key differentiators on our PPF installations is Chris, one of our installers, has experience in body work. So that car is not completely disassembled right now, but yesterday it was. We will pull headlights out, we'll pull emblems off, we'll take body panels off, we'll take the interior door panels off so that we can take the exterior mirrors off and hide all those seams. Anywhere that we can take apart the car safely to hide the PPF seams and make it as invisible as possible, we have the capabilities to do that.
Yeah, and it really takes a skill set to know how to do that without messing it up, and to properly put on PPF, that's part of the whole deal.
Yep,
so.
to be able to disassemble it safely, apply the PPF, and then reassemble it, not a lot of shops have the ability to do all of that.
Yeah, this is really a great resource for folks in the Midwest looking for, you know, high quality detail, or people, I mean, they're doing wheels off. This is no joke. I've been in a lot of detail shops. I mean, I know what it takes, and it's incredible. Are they doing a ceramic coating on the wheels here, it looks like?
So this is getting a ceramic coating on a brand new set of wheels. Yeah, this whole side of the shop is where we do anything from general interior, exterior detailing. We are a Ceramic Pro certified installer for ceramic coatings, so that's what you'll see happening on this side of the shop. These three are customer cars. That Corvette is new inventory. That's going to be another bring a trailer car here soon. So we prep everything from our own vehicles to customer cars in here.
And I've just got to, you know, from my experience in the detail world, the hardest customers to please were the Corvette guys and the Mustang guys. So for you to have one of each, and definitely a testament for what you guys are doing here.
We see a ton of Corvettes. You know, case in point, there's one there that we own. There's one there in the PPF bay. Fort Wayne is kind of a Corvette collecting capital of the world. I think there are a couple of significant Corvette collections in our area. Honestly, it's just a great sports car. So it's a very popular car. We see a lot of them in all of our departments.
Yeah, most of those Corvette owners, they're very particular. They like their stuff perfect. So.
Yep, and I can think of at least 4 people on our staff that have Corvettes of their own. So
nice.
We get it.
Car enthusiasts here.
Yep, exactly.
Talking about not cutting corners, so you guys have this machine back here that's just for cleaning wheels?
You understand the importance of having the right tools to do the job right. So we have these stands to do wheel and tire detailing and do wheel ceramic coatings on there as well.
Well, and I appreciate that this gentleman has a headlamp on right now. You know, lighting is so important. You got great lighting in your shop, but just all those little details really make, you know, a difference. And we can see in the end product, when I saw all those cars out in the showroom, it all makes sense when I see what you're doing back here.
Yep, it's about the quality.
I like the look with the chrome wheels on this one. This is a really cool overall spec, but it's cool because right next door here, you've got the black exterior with the black wheels, and this is the V-Drive?
Correct, yeah. Honestly, this is one of my favorites. I think it is my favorite one here.
This is the first time I've seen this configuration. We take a look inside and check out this back bar area. So, you know, the indirect lighting, all the cool touches they do, but I really like the light. It's kind of the white on white or the gray on white, real light colored stitching. I haven't seen that before.
The seat is ivory leather with the white piping and white stitching. You've got the white walls with the ivory lowers. It really makes it feel larger when you're in here. When it's brighter, it's wider, it just feels more open.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this back bar area, I remember seeing this for the first time at the factory while a van was getting built, and just what a cool option. I mean, not only the aesthetic, but the functionality. I mean, how cool is it to be able to put your wine bottle in this little compartment here? And then, you know, it's just so clean. And they even have that double diamond stitching, and then you got a huge TV back here.
The V-Drive is nice. It allows the same seating. This is considered a 10OB. But this one has a lot of storage in the back. It does not have a bathroom, but I prefer more storage. Like I said, this is my favorite layout that we have. Still has a refrigerator slide drawer down below your legs here, below the wine chiller.
Oh yeah, nice.
And of course, the benches do still fold down into a small bed if you need them to.
Yeah, super easily. And these aren't going to be manual. And there's subwoofers back here also.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, nice little bed there. And I could easily take a nap back here. Just got to make sure I don't knock over one of the glasses there. So, yeah.
So you have USB and USB-C chargers in those compartments at every single seat, including the rear benches, which is really nice for your kids. Of course, still have the wireless router. And of course, the Starlink Prep is what we just standardly order on every single one.
You guys did a great job speccing this van. What's the MSRP on this?
MSRP on this one's $229 and some change. Our SweetCars pricing is $183,995.
Yeah, really cool option for someone. And then is there going to be a lot of storage in the rear of it here?
Absolutely. Still the great hangers up top here, 2 of those, an extra shelf that does come out if you need more height. And then of course you've got your great the wiring, it's all hidden and tucked away.
Yeah, and I like that there's even a little lip right here. So probably if you wanted to like stack suitcases or duffel bags or really load this up back here, really, or even probably lay golf clubs sideways. Absolutely. As well as, you know, standing them up. But this does take a little bit of your storage to have that refrigerator option. So there is a little bit of give and take. Now, right next door here, this is a pretty cool one. You mind if I just climb up and take a look at the roof here? So
it's very solid.
Yeah, that's a super solid ladder. And then it's got a full roof rack with solar panels. And I see a air conditioning unit on this van also.
Yeah, this is our only V-Tour that we currently have in stock. But while we're on it, OGV makes this ladder. It's all powder coated and custom done in-house. You can even see that they have OGV logos imprinted into the ladder. I'm a big boy. Even I feel solid stepping up on that thing, and the roof rack up there gives you a lot of extra storage space if you need it.
Well, and the side step up here on kind of the side rail step up here on both sides of the van too.
One thing that I absolutely love, a fun little feature on the front and back of these roof running boards. It looks like a little smiley face, which it is, but also a bottle opener.
Oh, that's cool. Now the V-Tour is almost like an RV style configuration here with the extended awning. You've got this LED lighting coming out of your patio awning there. This one's loaded up, it looks like.
Yeah, this was really cool. It's a full overland, off the grid style that a lot of us like. Of course, it's all-wheel drive with all-terrain tires. This is one of those that you could go off the grid. It's got the larger battery package, separate air conditioning and diesel heater.
This is a totally different configuration than the other vans we've seen. Can we take a look inside here?
Absolutely.
So definitely more of an RV style, and I like this table that swivels here. So families that are traveling, you know, you've got 4 seats here, but then you also have a bed that folds down to the bath. You actually have a shower in this van as well.
Absolutely. So these, you've got the 4 captains. They do swivel, makes it really great for having dinner with 4 people. And of course, it does have seating for 7. There's 3 more seat belts on the back bench. This is a really wonderful setup. Obviously different use from the others. Still have the hard buttons, all the really nice features that OGV offers, but still the screens.
Yeah, your full galley here with, you know, your microwave, your true induction cooktop, which I don't think the other vans we saw had the true induction cooktop.
Correct.
You're gonna have to go to the V-Tour for that. You've got a refrigerator below, again, the analog switches, and some good storage here as well. A little pull out for a trash receptacle there. That's a really nice, you know, convenient feature. You don't think about it until you're using one of these vans, and we all need a place to put a trash can. So I like that that's tucked out of the way. And then you also have some drawer space here and really high-end cabinetry, the way that this curves around here. And then we have the sink cover that matches the cabinets. I like the matte black hardware there. And coming back here now, is this going to be motorized for this to come down, or how does this work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, now this, I don't know if I've seen before. It looks like they added a coat closet here, a large closet, which when you fold this all into a bed, now there's a little bit of give and take in that. So with this being here, you kind of lose this seat right here, but your feet actually will still go perfectly under there. When you fold this whole back area down into a bed, it's kind of not really a waste of space. You have a TV back here as well?
Yep, on a swivel, so it can go forward if you got the front seats facing backwards.
And then the V-Tour, you have a lot of overhead storage also.
A lot, yeah. That's obviously if you're going to go camping in this, you need the extra storage. So this is probably 1.5 feet, almost 2 feet deep in this big one. This is every bit of 2 feet deep here.
Yeah, you can
These
see.
are
goes way back here, you know, and then
And you have underseat storage as well, and of course more in the back.
I didn't realize how deep this storage overhead is also.
This is the only one that we currently have in stock that has the windows that slide open too, so it gives it more open air breeze when you are camping.
This does have the AC unit up top. I like the way they finish out the AC cover to match the cabinets. You do want to open that window too to get some fresh air. That is always nice to have that option. Now, can you show us how this all folds down into a bed?
Yeah, absolutely. So this one is power, of course, and it's all operated from the Garmin system, which is really lovely. One thing that I do love about these, so on the main home menu, you've got your awning, extend and retract, and you've got your power sofa, extend and retract. So we'll take that down. One thing I love about these is it's one large headrest. A lot of the other ones I've seen have two separate ones. You have to fold them down once it's in. That's just one less step.
And that's an entire bed right there. You don't even really need the extra extensions, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, my wife and I have gone camping in one of these before, and queen size sheets are about as close as it gets to this. So it is very comfortable and usable for two people. The storage compartment up here is where we have them stored, but there's just 3 bars. It's a really simple setup. Again, one of my favorite things about OGV is they're trying to keep things simple and reliable long term. Very simple. It's 3 bars. It's easy. So I've got all 3 bars in here now. It keeps it extra supportive. These are just on hooks, which is really simple. Again, easy, reliable, long term. Both of them will fold down into place. They actually lock down in between these bars too, so it's really well thought out.
Yeah, boom, you've got a huge bed back there. That's probably at least a king size bed, or?
It's definitely longer than your average queen.
Yeah, this is a super comfortable bed too. This foam that they use, I've gotten some great night rests in the back of these.
Yeah, one thing that is nice about the V-Tour and the VRV that they offer, it's one unit for the sound system. So on the other ones, it is nice when you're with a lot of people to have the separate sound system in the back. But one thing I personally love, the sound system is all operated off that front.
Yeah, and I noticed this has the little hangers too if you want to hang some clothes from here as well.
Absolutely. And I've seen a lot of people put bars that go across, and then they can utilize that whole space for hanging. One really nice feature that I like about the V-Tour, of course, if you're going off-grid, it'd be nice to be able to, if you might be camping and next to the beach, this is an extra little wash down.
Oh, yeah.
Hose that comes with it.
Yeah, or if you want to bring the dog out here, wash off the dog, or, you know, spray off your toys, your beach toys or whatnot. So.
Yep, of course you've got your shades for the front windows. This one with the plastic cladding, it does give it more of an off-roady look, which it actually adds more capability for off-roading.
And this is an all-wheel drive?
Correct, yeah, with all-terrain tires that are really great.
Yeah, so it's got a little higher stance here than the other OGVs, but really a cool look. Now, what's the MSRP on this OGV?
MSRP on this one's $246,624. The SweetCars price, we've got it down to $197,995. And of course, again, paint protection film. Of course, this is plastic, so we've just got it here, and on the sides.
If you're looking to go off-grid this summer, this would be a way to do it in style, maybe go into the mountains of Colorado, or a lot of adventures could be had in this.
This is the new remodeled service department. So previously this space was like a storage space for us. Our photo booth was over here. It was unfinished, not heated and cooled. So we remodeled this last year into our service department. So we have 4 bays on that side, 2 bays on this side, plus a brand new state-of-the-art Hunter alignment machine.
And you said this time of day, everyone's kind of doing road testing, kind of the end of the day here?
Yeah, we're kind of at the end of the day where people are doing road tests of the cars we've worked on throughout the day. But we work on, you know, all makes and models, no matter where you bought your car.
Yeah, really clean facility here.
Thank you. Yeah, we try our best to keep it clean and nice and neat.
Michael, we really appreciate the opportunity to see around here today. Now, if someone out there wants to purchase one of the OGV Sprinter vans or maybe one of these exotic cars they saw today, what's the best steps to take?
Yeah, whether it's the cars or the vans, they could contact us at sweetcars.com or on Instagram, SweetCars Indiana, or on our Facebook page at SweetCars.
Yeah, we'll make sure to leave all of that in the description below. And a huge thanks to Chuck Surak also. Really was awesome hanging out with you guys today. We really enjoyed it.
We've enjoyed having you.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
And also appreciate all of you out there liking, sharing, and following. We hope you're all having a great day. Thank you.
We've developed a really high quality brand. Customers trust us, and we get to work on some of the most expensive cars in the world.
Another key differentiator for us is that we are car enthusiasts serving car enthusiasts.
If you think it's cool to have a Ferrari, this is way cooler. I guess that's what the girls are saying. You took a lot of cool ideas from some of the specs of these exotics and then brought them into the OGVs.
We have over 25 businesses today, and every one of them are founded on the same principles of always doing the right thing, just treating people the way you would want to be treated.